Most people out there are aware that the San Andreas Fault is one that is long overdue due to let loose a lot of energy. But what will really happen if this was to go down? Will it unfold like the movies show, where water comes rushing in, buildings are sinking, and all that stuff? Well, to put things into perspective, there's really one city that is set up right now on the West Coast to sink into the earth if there's a big earthquake, and that is Seattle, because it is built on landfill, primarily, and it will liquefy with a big enough quake, and as they've stated before, many of the buildings will literally sink down into the earth. Now, in California, the fault line, in terms of the San Andreas, is set up a little bit different than like outside of Japan and other areas, where there are subduction zones, where you have one plate diving under another, and then it causes stress, and then will spring loose, releasing that energy, and if it's out in the water, it can generate a tsunami. If it's on land, obviously it's not going to generate a tsunami. So this fault in itself is land-based. There is no immediate water right there next to it. And this is what is untrue about the movie. They show the earth separating and opening up and, all this water coming rushing in, and makes for a good movie. But the fact here with the San Andreas is that these are two fault lines, the Pacific and the North American, that are running kind of side by side, sliding against one another. And the Pacific is moving faster, and it's causing stresses that have not been released in a long, long time. And as stated here, there hasn't been a major release of stresses in the southern portion of the San Andreas Fault System since 1857. Now, the northern part, many people aware of the quake that hit during the World Series that hit San Francisco. And here is rare footage of San Francisco after the 1906 earthquake that hit it. There's a video clip here at this link that I'll leave below. And it goes through some of the information pertaining to the size difference here between a 7, 8, and 9. If you were to have a magnitude 9, this is 32 times more powerful than a magnitude 8, and 1,000 times more energy is released than that of a magnitude 7. So a 9 is 1,000 times more powerful than a magnitude 7. Remember that. There's also a video clip here that puts into motion the ripple effect of this energy if it was to start down here in this area, and it shows you just exactly what areas would be affected. Now, because of laws passed in the past, they say that this area has very little in terms of business or new buildings along the fault line because of law. But power lines, fiber optic cables, and all this other stuff cross this fault line en masse. And they say when the big one hits, you're talking at least some $33 billion worth of damage just to that stuff. But key information and video clips here. Make sure to check them out. Also, make sure to follow me on DLive for exclusive content that you're only going to find over there. Links below.